What up, homies? Okay, so we got another video. Whoa, 2 videos in 2 days. Wow. Let's get it. Another video. What are we talking about today? Today I wanted to share a really cool snippet of a really cool language exchange that I had recently. It was a language exchange that I met through one of those language exchange apps, Tandem. And I just found it really good. She was a really good teacher, and there's a couple points I just wanted to highlight here. I'm going to show you guys, let you hear a little bit of our conversation, a snippet of an example, a sample of why I think it was such a good language exchange, why she was such a good, why she is such a good teacher. But one thing that really surprised me was that this was the first time I was using a language exchange app like Tandem. In the past, I've always tried to use, I've used other apps. I've used maybe HelloTalk. I didn't find it that useful. I don't know, maybe it was a glitch, but I couldn't find a lot of language exchanges. And then before that, I used things like Facebook. There were language exchange groups, and I would usually meet my language exchanges in person. And so this was the first time trying successfully to use a language exchange app, and I was basically doing it over the phone. So one thing that surprised me was just the level of, like, the quality of the language exchanges. I found like a bunch of really great language exchanges. Like almost all of them were really awesome. They were all really interested in exchanging. They were all interested in learning the language, learning English, and they were all really good teachers. Surprisingly, I didn't expect that, because not every person who's a native speaker is also a good teacher. So maybe I just got lucky, but it was really surprising. And also, a lot of people talk about how there's a lot of language exchange apps that kind of feel like dating. For sure, there's always going to be people like that. There's always going to be people who use it for other means or are not really that interested in language exchange. Maybe they're interested in meeting people or dating, relationships, whatever. I had some of that, but I think I made a short about this. I think it's so easy to distinguish and to filter these people out. And once you do, it's just like, it's so easy to find great language exchanges, I think. For me, I'm very clear in the beginning. I always say, I want to, in my first message to almost any language exchange, I'm very clear. I just ask them, do you want to practice speaking? Because that's what I want to practice at this point during my Chinese learning journey. Mostly want to practice speaking, especially with language exchange. I want to practice speaking. So I just ask them, do you want to practice speaking? And if they say yes, they want to practice speaking as well. And then I just cut to the chase. I don't beat around the bush. I don't text that much. If they say yes, like pretty much I'm like, when are you free? And then I just call them. And then we practice speaking. And right away you get a sense of whether this is going to be a good language exchange. And like I said, I've been very lucky that I found some really great language exchanges, really interesting people who are very interested in teaching, like I said, very interested in learning. And that's what makes it so good, because if you have a language exchange partner who's interested in learning, then you want to teach them more. You're more motivated to teach them because you feel a sense of accomplishment. And the second point that I wanted to bring up was that the reason that I found this language exchange really good was that not only was she a really good teacher, she really was focused on the details, and she really helped me to sort of overcome or to be aware of a lot of the issues that I was having with speaking, which is precisely what I wanted to improve on, which was basically improving my pronunciation, making it more standard. And she helped me. And one of those areas, which I'm going to show you in the clip in a little bit, is my difficulty with distinguishing between the first and the fourth tones in Mandarin Chinese. This is something that I feel like I had a sense of the difficulty early on when I started learning, but because I had some language teachers tell me, your first tone sounds a little bit like your fourth tone, or like you're not really pronouncing your first tone correctly, or like your fourth tone kind of sounds like your first tone, like I was mumbling it all together, like it wasn't very clear. And so I've had multiple teachers tell me this, but I never really, I guess, acknowledged it, or I was kind of like in a delusional state. But like talking to this language exchange, and where she really drilled it down, and I'm going to show you an example where she really drilled this down for me, and I had to, and the fact that I was able to record it and listen to it again and again really helped me to really figure out and try to distinguish the difference. Everyone has their own challenges. I feel like not everyone, like I've spoken to my friend Tom, and I don't think he has this particular challenge. I think everyone has, like for some people, they find the third tone more difficult, or the second tone difficult. And a lot of it is actually tone pairs. So yeah, this is a difficult tone pair for me. So the 1 and the 4th tone, or the 4th and the 1 tone. And sometimes even when it's not these tone pairs, it's just, I have to, I'm slowly learning how to distinguish between the 1st and the 4th tones. Like for example, I can pull up some tone pairs, 1-4 tone pairs on the All Set Learning Chinese, I think it's the Chinese Grammar Wiki, Chinese Pronunciation Wiki. Okay, cool, that's a cool resource. But I'm pulling up, I can show this on the screen here, but basically it's an example of all the different tone pairs. For example, 1-4, 4-1. So I'm pulling up some 1-4 tone pairs, and some of these I've been saying completely wrong. Like for example, 工作. Like sometimes I'll say, like if I say it faster, if I'm not thinking about it, I'll just say 工作, like maybe 2 first tones, or like 开会. Maybe I'll say like 开会, like just like just not thinking about it. Like I haven't really consciously thought about making this distinction really clear. Like 需要, like I used to say 需要 instead of 需要, or 帮助. I used to maybe say like 帮助 or 帮助, like both wrong. I don't even know, but it's supposed to be 帮助. Or 方便, like maybe I would have said 方便. Yeah, I never really thought about it. And so now I'm really trying to be more conscious about the 1st and the 4th tone. So yeah, check it out. Listen to this short snippet. Hopefully it gives you a bit of motivation, a bit of inspiration as to how to find a good language or what a good language partner might look like. This is not the objective definition of a good language partner, but maybe an idea of what that might look like, and hopefully that gives you some inspiration to look for some language partners on these apps. Anyways, check out the video. Let me know what you guys think.
捕很好，抓捕。你要是犯罪了，警察要来抓捕你。
警察要来抓捕你。
不是抓捕，抓捕知道什么意思吗？
哦，不知道。
我打给你抓捕。警察抓捕逃犯，抓捕。
警察抓捕
不是抓捕，是抓捕。医生抓是医生抓捕。
OK 了解，抓捕。警察要抓捕你。
不是抓捕，你刚刚又是抓捕，不是 drop the beat 的 drop， 是抓捕。
抓捕。
警察要抓捕你归案。来，我这个字。
警察要
等一下，我给你打出来啊。抓捕。 抓捕犯人。
抓捕犯人。抓捕，模棱两可。抓捕，警察要抓捕犯人。
哦，怎么单独读抓捕就会了，连成句子就不会的呢？
我在哪里犯错？
抓捕呀，抓子。
就是我是抓。
警察要抓捕犯人。
所以，
然而我们应该读成警察要抓捕犯人，抓捕犯人，
抓捕犯人。
你读一遍那句话呢？
警察要抓捕犯人。
哦，你看有不一样吗？你知道你哪儿错了吗？
其实我不知道在哪里。警察你说警察不是
你的警察没错，是我读给你听啊。警察要抓捕犯人，来你来。
警察要抓捕犯人。
对，这边对了。你之前读的是警察要抓捕犯人。你把抓字连起来读的话，就读成了4声。可能你自己没有注意啊。
对。
警察要抓捕犯人，你读快一点点呢。
警察要抓捕犯人。
你看，快了就不是了，就不对了。
不对哦。
警察要抓捕犯人，不是警察要抓捕犯人，是警察要抓捕犯人。
警察要抓捕，
不是抓捕。
抓捕。
不要想着，对，抓捕犯人。
抓捕犯人 ，OK， 警察要抓捕犯人。
还是不太标准，抓捕。警察要抓捕犯人。
警察要抓捕犯人。
好一点点。你要把它连起来，如果读快了的话，你可能就对它的那个音调就是可能没有那么注意，你就会读成警察要抓捕犯人。但是我们应该读成警察要抓捕犯人，抓捕是朝下的，不是朝上的。警察要抓捕犯人。
抓捕犯人。
你读快一点试一下呢。
警察
要抓捕犯人。
警察要抓捕犯人。
好一些，比最开始好多了。
好难，我觉得这一点很微妙，是不是微妙的？
微妙是微妙，你第一遍是说对的。
是 OK。
对，
微妙的。
你第一遍微妙是说的很好的。
对，微妙的。
但是你纠正的就是不对的。
OK， 微妙的。对。对，哇。
好，继续。
Hope you guys enjoyed that. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys struggle with. If it's not the first or the fourth tone, what other tones is it that you struggle with, or other pronunciation challenges? I'd be interested in hearing that. And hope you guys enjoyed this one. See you guys next time.